All right, guys, welcome back to another show of the Middle Class. Jake and I today were just discussing about personal brand, and whether you like it or not, he said is that everybody's got a personal brand, whether it's business or personal. And I kind of like how you said that.
Yeah, I mean we're in the age now where everybody's got a profile, everybody's got social, and even if you don't have your own business and or anything like that, what you put out to the world is your brand.
Yeah.
So are you putting out information? Are you putting out, vibes? Are you putting out humor? Are you putting out positivity, negativity? All of this goes into your brand, whether you like it or not. So even just posting normal crap like we used to post like Facebook 10 years ago when it was all just kids and dogs, like that was your brand. You were a dad, a pet owner, and you did this and you were showing the world who you are.
Yeah.
Now we've come to learn that like you need to be purposeful about how you present yourself to the world, because whether you like it or not, you are a brand. When people are looking to hire you or looking to work with you or looking to be your friend, what are they going to go and do? They're going to look you up online. They're going to see what you're all about, what you post, what you talk about, your comments, all that crap, because that shows who you are. And for the longest time, I was just like a lackadaisical poster and user of social media and like no purpose at all. And I'm just now like actually figuring out where I want to go with it and like what I want to portray to the world. And a lot of people, they've taken it too tactical. I think like, there's like people who do branding just for branding's sake.
Yeah.
That's their job, or it's like
they've led down that path unintentionally.
Yeah, or it's like the personality that they want to put out on social media in hopes that it gets like picked up by a show or something like that. And they're putting on this character or whatever, or even companies that have like a certain brand and like that's what drives their sales.
And people like it. People do those things, and that's how influencers are born, is because when they start getting a following and they start getting recognition and comments and oh, you look so good, and oh, that's so cool that you do that. And people start engaging with them about their interest or how they look, then people do it more. People like gratification.
Yeah.
And it's a simple pleasure from your own phone that's in your pocket every day.
Absolutely.
And it's addictive for some people, and some people look at it the wrong way. But again, you are what you put out there. And I think a lot of people don't think from a business aspect and a personal aspect about separating the two. And for me, you called me AJ and Austin both on here, and I go by both. That's fine. And depends on who I'm with and who is around me. I think as a business side, people knows me as AJ. You know me personally, and on the slope, I go by Austin. And I think separating the two has been very important for me. Partly for my business, for the type of work I do, and as far as for myself, because at a time in my life, it was addictive for me. I have had a big following, I had made big followings for people, and it is very addictive. It is addictive that you're getting the engagement, to see your phone light up, to see people blow up and get wowed over something you did or said. It's cool. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoyed it. And now it's like, I didn't gain anything from it. I made someone happy for a moment. I made someone
they're already on to the next thing.
Did I get some clients from it? Yeah. Got some brand deals from it. Yeah. Made me money. I was happy about that. But separating the two is very important. Self-branding is important by yourself. Like you said, what am I sharing? What am I putting out there? And I'm speaking off of not just a business side, so people know, is that, like you've mentioned, it's important because it relates down to your job. It shows who you are as a person, what kind of humor you like, what kind of political side you may swing towards, or what you believe in, and your hobbies. For me, I have several Instagrams. I have a fake Facebook account because I just want to keep my kids and myself private. Very rarely will I share what's going on with me and the kids, and if I do, it's usually because we're out exploring, and I love sharing that hobby of mine on, my AJ accounts or my Austin account. And I think that's important to show who you are as a person. Be true to yourself, and always be true to yourself. Don't show anything and critique anything just for a follow or a like or a possible contract with the company. I think if you hold true to yourself, you'll be have more value and pleasure in the long run doing that than anything. When you start, for me, it started getting addictive and started changing my life in a bad way and taking up my time, because now it became a job, not a hobby, and it became time consuming, but having to go out and shoot, and things like that. And that's when I had to step back. I was like, this isn't okay.
Yeah. You did that one thing that people liked. Now you feel like, okay, well, that's the ticket. I have to keep doing that. And really it was just like this one-off thing that you did that blew up. And now you're like, well, that's it now. Like that, if I want to keep getting that response, I have to keep putting out that kind of content.
Exactly. So, is that what you want to be known for? And that's when I ask people, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? AJ, or what do you want to be known for yourself? We've talked about this for yourself and what you got going on with real estate. What is Jake Nelson, the real estate agent, like?
Yeah. And I have a hard time actually, like, cause we're just inebriated with all these like branding gurus and education and courses, and like, you need to be doing this and posting this many times, and this is what you should be doing, and trends and all this. And it's just like, fuck, I'm like, I'm over it trying to keep up with this crap. I'm sure 75 to 80% of the people on this platform are sick of this shit too. Like the constant having to keep up with trends and put out a certain amount of content in order to blow up. And it's just exhausting. So I've had the same Instagram account since I started Instagram. I think I've had the same account since 2012. And you can go on. I think I only have like 200 posts, and the first post is probably sometime in 2012, and it's everything that's been my life since then. Yeah. And I take to the mindset of when people want to work with me, they don't want just the realtor of me. They want to work with me.
Yep.
And they should be entitled to see me. I talk about my kids with my clients.
Yeah, they want to trust you.
Yeah, I build like deep, meaningful relationships with my clients most of the time, and because we spend a lot of time together. And I tell them, like, they are letting me into their lives and the biggest purchase of their lives. I know their kids. I see them every time we go and look at houses. Yeah. I know what they need. I know their names. I know, once they find a house, whose bedroom's going to be whose. Yeah. I'm in their family for that period of time. Why shouldn't they know mine?
Yeah.
So I subscribe to the thought of business. Yes, it needs to be branded, but business is just part of my life. It is not my life in all of itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why I've never taken a business Instagram account like seriously. Like I have one, and I want to use it for showcasing different things. That's not my life, but like I'm not a realtor Jake, at work, and then I'm at home Jake, and they're completely different people. Like, no, like who I am at work is who I am at home, and like they're parts of my life. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to separate the two like that, like to that extent. So when you go onto my Instagram, you're going to see reels about business, and you're going to see reels about real estate, and you're going to see houses, and then you're also going to see reels about my kids, or pictures of my kids and my dog, or me and my wife on date night, because this is my life. I want to catalog my life on this platform. Yeah. And my brand isn't just this during the day and this at night. My brand is all of this. This is all Jake. Yeah. And when you decide to work with me, you're getting Jake. You're not getting Realtor Jake, or you're not getting At Home Jake, or you're not getting Side Hustle Jake. Like, you're just getting Jake. Yeah. And like, it doesn't matter if you want to be my friend or my business associate or anything. Like, you should be able to see what I'm about in one place. And that's the mindset I have around my branding.
Yeah. And you feel probably more true to yourself doing that.
I do. 'Cause like I've had a couple reels, I mean, not really blow up, but do pretty well. And they were slightly workish. Yeah. But they were really me just like goofing off at work. And it was more relatable to people. And my clients saw it, and they see me doing a reel of me goofing around at my office to some like funny sound. and they're like, okay, like he isn't just a square realtor that like posts headshots every day, you know, and like just sold signs. Effort or thought into building the perfect page. I'm building my page. And when you come to my page, you're going to see me. And hopefully by coming and seeing all of my life, it builds that relationship and that trust of like, okay, if I'm going to work with this person, I know what he's about.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just seeing the business side of him with like all the accomplishments he's done and all the cool informational videos. Like, no, like when I want to work with him because he's him, you know, he happens to know his job, know what he's doing, put out good information on that end. He's also, you know, a present dad and, you know, enjoys spending time with his kids and takes his wife on date nights when he can and shares that with people. And he's not scared of what people will think, you know?
So do you think that other people, kind of like wrapping this up, do you think it would be other people in general when it comes to self-branding and branding between business and personal, like it does, not just being a real estate agent, but I'm kind of like listening to you now, having this conversation and hearing like how you're putting it kind of makes me think a little bit more like maybe I should cut down to one page for AJ, like Alaska page and my branding page. And it's like, maybe those people that want to not just see my branding work, they want to see like the personal side of me, you know, would it bring more people? Would it not bring more people? Should I share a little bit more about myself? And
well, I mean, you've said yourself, you've posted on your stories of you just in your truck and like a thought that you had while you were driving.
Yeah, just started doing that. Yeah,
it was like a vlog or a video diary, and you put it on your stories, and you got all these messages of like, man, that was really good. That was like made me think. And you tell me that all the time when I post shit like that. I'll just get on stories and be like, man, you know what I was thinking about today? And I'll just talk about it, even though it has nothing to do with real estate or anything like that I'm supposed to be like pushing for, you know, branding wise. And it actually is more effective. And I think social media has just gotten so big and it's been around for so long that people are just starving for just authenticity and connection.
Yeah.
Like they don't care about like the prettiest images, the prettiest pictures, if the person behind it is like a bad person or annoying or square or just doesn't open up, you know? Whereas if you're building a personal brand about you, you should show everything about you. And then after that, make it look as good as possible.
Yeah.
You know, keep the authentic and strive to make it look as good as possible instead of starting with like, okay, what looks really cool or what's trending? And then how can I apply it? You know? So that's my whole take on it. And I don't have a huge following yet, so this may not be like the best tactical advice for growing a page, but
I think it is. I think people need to hear both sides of it.
Yeah.
Small and big.
Yeah, because I'm at peace with my few hundred followers.
Yeah.
I don't need, 10, 20, 30, 100, 200K to feel validated.
Yeah, and especially your line of work when it comes to that too, versus other people. You're not relying on it to be a content creator. You're relying on building a relationship to find a home for people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm more of a relational person than like a showman.
Yeah.
Like the content I make for social media is for the people I know.
Yeah.
And if someone I don't know ends up liking it, cool. Like add me. Like, who are you? Let's be friends. Yeah. Like that's the whole point. I feel like this whole like platform experiment was to connect people.
Yeah.
Not just to build up yourself and then not really know anybody.
Because in reality, that's what it was created for, was to connect people, to share yourself with in your journey in your life. It wasn't set out, and I don't think intentionally to turn it in what it is now, but that's what it's led into because of big name companies getting on board. But that's the sad truth at the end of the day. Everybody's out to make money online, really. But in reality, we can go down the rabbit hole of, especially with my line of work, what I do for help people consult is self-branding and brand awareness and building a brand and rebranding and also starting a new brand on everything from color, text to audio, your sight and smell in a sense. The whole aspect of it is we can go down that. I can both go down it really individuals with your side of work and starting one from top to bottom. And if that's something you guys want to hear about or want to know more about a certain topic of part of starting a brand or rebranding or a self-brand, then just drop a comment, send us a message, and we'll make a podcast about it, or we'll just keep it up between us.
Yeah, I need to hire you because, like I said, I just post whatever I feel like posting. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and I feel like if I could just be myself and make it look better with your help, with getting the right gear, getting the right atmosphere, the right colors, the right blending, the right, editing, then I could potentially blow up. So there is value in both worlds.
There is, and it's finding out where you stand and where you're at. And Gary Vee's right when he says just post to post. People will follow. It will come, and that's something I need to remind myself about. I am my own worst enemy when it comes to my content because I want the best to be out there. But in reality, like me posting in my truck, things like this has led to us now having a podcast show. Me speaking the truth of what's on my mind about being a parent or daily life experiences has now led to this moment. And I think it's something I really enjoy, which I didn't think I would enjoy so much. Like I said in the last podcast, when you guys asked me like what I enjoy the most, I love like being able to connect with people. Human connection is super important. Like see people take my advice and run with it and hearing how it works out.
People are starving for it right now, man.
But like you said, like wrapping this up would be organic, be true to yourself. Try not to be so hard on yourself, we are, and think about how you want to be seen out there. It's important. So hope you guys can relate.
Yeah. I think, it's for me, be 100% myself, post what I want to post, but continue to strive to make it look better and better.
Yep.
Increase the quality, keep the authenticity. That's Don't trade authenticity for quality. Don't make something that isn't something that you would make. So that's really it. You're the subject matter expert more than I am with this. So
maybe next time we'll do a deeper episode we'll use you as an example. How about that?
Okay. We can do an experiment. We can do like a 30-day experiment of like, we can talk about what we're going to do on my page and then we'll do it. And then we'll reconvene 30 days later and be like, okay, what worked, what didn't. Yeah,
let's do that. Let's daily document it. We'll share the numbers with you guys, and you guys can see the real results of what it is from starting with someone like me, and also seeing the growth of how it helps benefit you and what you see in the difference and how it's changed your line of work within 30 days.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thanks for listening to our podcast, The Middle Class. Thanks.
Take care, guys.